What's up, awesome nerds? Today we're going to practice something that's been kind of tricky. But don't worry, you're going to do awesome. We believe in you. All right, I'm going to stop being weird. All right, so what we're going to do is, in this video, we're going to learn how to read a number in word form and then write it in standard form using our digits. So in this unit, when we read and write numbers, they can fit into one of three categories. We can have mixed numbers, which has the word and to represent the decimal. Whole numbers come before the and the decimal digits end in the place that is said. So a mixed number is part whole number and part decimal number or fraction. We can have just a decimal, You know a number is just a decimal if you don't see the word and the place value word ends in THS. That is a clue that you're dealing with decimal places. We can see THS, 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 and our decimal places. Whoop. Cool. The third type of number is just a good old-fashioned whole number that you've been using since you were a little person. So just a whole number, there is no word and no THS. So some examples of this are right over here. A mixed number is 23 and 16 thousandths. We know it's a mixed number because it has the word and the 23 comes before the and, that's 23 wholes. You could see over here, any place value to the left of our decimal is a whole number place. The and is the decimal, and anything to the right of the decimal is our decimal places, which are worth less than one whole. 16 thousandths. Since we end in the place value that we say, this 16 is going to end in the thousandths place. So I'm going to work backwards. That's 16. 16 what? 16 thousandths. We have to put a 0 here to bump those digits to the right. So this is how you write 23 and 16 thousandths. Mixed number has the word and. All right, just a decimal. 804 thousandths. That's a lot of words, but it still represents a value less than 1. How do we know? Well, we don't see the word and here. And the place value name that's said ends in a THS. So 804 what? 804 thousandths. That 804 has to end in the thousandths place. So if I normally write 804 like this, I'm going to start backwards. It's going to end in the thousandths place. 804 thousandths. Voila. Just a decimal. Ends in THS, no and. And just a whole. 342. There's no thus. There's no and. 342. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Kiddos, you know more than you think you do. You know how to do that. And if you want to write the decimal, it comes after the ones place. Or you don't have to. Cool. Now let's apply this and see if we can do it independently. All right. Get out a handy dandy pencil and a notebook or piece of paper. And let's read this. 18 hundredths. Do we think this is going to be a mixed number, just a decimal, or just a whole? Do 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 do. I don't see the word and. Awesome, Domo, you're so smart. So we get to cross out mixed number. Something else you guys should notice is it ends in THS, which means hundredths. Ooh, hundredths. It's going to end in our hundredths place. It's just a decimal. I know the hundredths place is 1, 2 places to the right of the decimal, so I'm going to write a decimal, 1, 2 spaces. If this helps, do it. 18 hundredths. Ooh, 18. It ends in the hundredths place. 18, and it ends in the hundredths place. 18 hundredths, aka 18 cents. Nice. Let's try this one. 27. What do you see? Or what don't you see? Right, there's no word and. What else don't you see? Yay! There's no THS. So guess what? This is just a whole number. 27. Like $27. Boop. We don't have to write a decimal. We could write it like that, 27. If we do want to write a decimal, the decimal always goes after the ones place. $27, $27 and 0 cents. But we don't have to write that. Just good old 27. And our last one, 38 and 54,000. Thanks, Domo. Thanks, Captain Obvious. All right, kiddos, what do you think this is? Yup, we have that awesome word and to represent our decimal point. So 38 and 54 thousandths is a mixed number. It has the word and. Cool. Anything to the right of the and is a whole number. Anything to the left, wow, my bad. Anything to the left of the and is a whole number. Anything to the right of the and is a decimal. So let's get going. 38, that's friendly. And 54 thousandths. What place value do you hear? Right, thousands, which means that 54 has to end in the thousands place. 54. Boop. And we could put a 0 in our tens place to make sure that it ends in the thousands place. Another way you can do that is you can write your 38. And I know thousands is 1, 2, 3 place values to the right. And I can just make sure that the 54 ends in that thousands place. And I put my 0 in my tens place. I would say that's one of the biggest boo-boos we're seeing. That's a tricky thing, is not being sure which place value your digits should end in. And using that 0 appropriately to bump those digits, to divide those digits by the correct number of powers of 10. All right, kiddos, that's all for now. Hope this was a little bit helpful. And until next time, see you later, nerds. Bye. Bye, Domo.